Hey, Coach, so excited you found us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and like. Second thing is make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. We have one-on-one calls, community, it's resources, it's everything that will take to become a better basketball coach. Less time, win more games. Let me help you do that from someone that's been a nationally ranked coach and done it for 30 plus years. Go over and check it out, teachhoops.com. Let's head off to the video.
No, that's okay.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops. How are you, Coach?
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm aging. Too
Dude,
much sun this summer. I know. Aren't we all? My daughter looks at our wedding pictures and stuff like. She goes, "You look so young." I go, "Because it was 25 years ago." What are you talking?
I saw those on Facebook. I'm like, oh, look at the young little Steve,
a little puppy.
Is it like 15?
And I had a young face. I still have a relatively young.
How many years now?
How many years have we been married?
Yeah.
How old am I?
You're
56.
Yeah, you are older than
I am older than you. Yep, I'm old. All right. So what do we get? We're going to talk about coaching and improving our coaching today, Coach. What's this topic going to be about?
Yeah, just really, we expect our players to improve and get better, and we have practice. But really, the question is, what are you doing to level up your game as a coach?
Right.
And how are you getting better?
Yeah. And I think, again, there's so many resources out there. It's like we were talking about keeping it simple, but it's also about, finding a mentor, finding resources that, that's why I've been successful. Is I've had great mentors. I've had people that have kind of helped me through the process.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I know it's like, and sometimes people don't have the access to that. So you have to find other things. And there's a wide range. I'm a reader. I used to be, at least when I wasn't old and wouldn't fall asleep 2 minutes into my books. But there's so many good resources out there. And for Coaching Youth Hoops, why don't you talk about what we're thinking about doing for the clinics? Because I think that's a great premise. And then we can talk about some other stuff and kind of walk through the website a little bit too.
Well, one of the things we learned with Coaching Youth Hoops and our Facebook group and this podcast and the feedback was, there's still a lot of questions and a lot of doubt. And a lot of doubt comes from, I just don't know what to do. I'm new, or maybe I'm not necessarily new, but maybe I don't think I'm doing the right thing because the kids aren't learning at the pace I think they should be learning at. So
right.
Last year we did a bunch of clinics. We called them Whiteboard Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, we picked a topic and did a deep dive. This was a live Zoom call, whiteboard, Q&A session, live Q&A session. And we're going to bring those back for the fall. Coach and I are just working out the details on the content for those. But again, we drilled down into how to beat a zone, which always comes up, right? How to pick how to pick an offense.
How to beat a press. How to beat a press.
How to beat a press. And just general, like how to manage your team. And here you can get your specific questions answered. You're going to get handouts. We're going to show live drills and plays that we found to be successful. You're going to learn, maybe new things that you haven't before.
Right.
And you can check those out if you go over to Basketball Coaches Clinic plural. Let me say that again. So it's basketballcoachesclinic.com. Basketballcoachesclinic.com. That will take you there to the sign up for those who you can get registered, pre-registered. Again, the subject, just be aware.
I will put that. I want to interrupt. I will put that in the show notes too for those of you that are driving. Don't worry about it. Basketball coaches.
Yeah, we'll have that there for you.
Yep.
But that is definitely a resource that I wish I had as when I first started coaching.
Right, and I think going back to this, so this is going to talk about full circle. So things that I would have wanted. Yeah. I've been a pretty successful basketball coach, but things that I would have wanted, I would have bought Coaching Youth. I would have bought our website in the sense that it has practices. I mean, I wouldn't have had to think about it. Like, could I do it? It would take me 10 minutes to do it, but I would have, for that price, I would have just done it. So walk through all the stuff that's on there, but the practice plans obviously is one piece of the website. But what else is there, Coach? And
Yeah, again, if you go, you'll see, yes, you can get a full season of practice plans. And I think that's the big thing. It's like everything step by step laid out. You don't have to think. I remember, the amount of PDFs I bought.
to
I don't
figure
think
out what I wanted to do. I know.
oh my gosh, it just took and when I like to learn new things, but what happened is I ended up having a Frankenstein of a practice plan, a Frankenstein of a team, and nothing was cohesive. It was just a little bit the press didn't, or the press break and defense didn't go together. It was a mess. So but it took me, many years to kind of figure that out, put it all together. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. There's got to be other coaches out there that are suffering the same problem. So we put that in there. But then I think what we learned over the last few years doing this was, well, yes, you can come up with a basic offense and we can do that in the practice plans, but Steve doesn't have a 6-foot fifth grader like I do.
Right.
He's got all regular sized kids that can barely dribble, so we need something different than that. So you can then take what we have and then pull out other stuff, or maybe this drill didn't work quite well enough for your team. We'll just go to our drill library and
you change it up. And the thing is, here's what I'm going to give all of you some bit of advice. If you want to send me a check, I'll send this advice is worth a lot of money to you. But anyway, here's the advice is don't buy this, basketball coach. Don't buy this. Have your youth organization buy it. Have the youth organization buy it for everybody. That way, your 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, everyone will be kind of in the same thing. That's what my youth program is going to be using it, because I believe it's really good and it's going to help. And that's how you're going to, it doesn't have to come out of your pocket. And we'll have a link down below on how you can do that too. But,
well, and I think what matters too in all of this is we took our years of experience, this great vast of, mistakes that we made, and we condensed it down. So you don't feel overwhelmed. And I think that's really what's important. Everything there we've tested.
Yeah.
Right? We used on our own players and
it works. It's not yes. If you want an unbelievable, like my head's going to explode process, go over to Teach Hoops, because it will be 2 years from now and you won't get through all of it. That's not what we're doing, because you're a youth coach. Most of you need, here's what you got to do, here's your practice, and that's it's a guide, it's a roadmap for you of here's what a 3rd grader should be able to do, and here's the practices, here's the drills, here's the things that you need to be successful. I agree.
Yeah, all of that, and then we listen too, right?
And we're changing.
Change and update it, take things out, put new things in. So it's basically a living document. But just know that everything that's in there, it's not just, we didn't run it at one practice and throw it in there. It's a whole season's worth of stuff. And so this worked, this didn't, put this in, take this out, right? So and I think that gives, for me, the creator of this, it makes me feel good that I'm giving coaches everything has been tested.
Right. It works. It does work. It works. Yeah. It's tested. Anything else, Coach?
Did I miss anything on that?
I don't think so. If you have questions, you can reach out to either one of us. We'll put our emails down below too in the show notes, and you can always reach out to us and we can help in any way. We're here to help.
We are. I get questions all the time in emails.
I know.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
All right.
Coming on the podcast too.
Yep. Till next week, Coach.
Next week.
All right. Bye.
Hey, Coach. So glad you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. Actually, if you did, subscribe and like, and then go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better.